Good morning. Arrived to Tallinn once again. A little bit sleepy, slept for 3 hours or so. Gonna take a nap in these nice sheets. And after gonna go play the 1K main event. Oh, and this is Vladiator's vlog number 2. Let's fucking go. Hi, for main event. Day 1 of the 1K main event is finished. I found the bag. Yeah, started with 30,000, came to the play late at 300, 600 level, so 50 blinds, plenty of space to play, to maneuver, and yeah, play a total of 4 hours or something like that, so not too long, but ended up with 69,800 stack, which is gonna be almost 70 big blinds for day 2, and day 2 is on Friday. Today is Tuesday, so tomorrow is the 5K Highroller 2-day event, and on Friday gonna restart the main. So 1 bullet, very happy about that. Didn't rush into the play, prioritized to be fresh, to get my sleep, get my gym. Had some interesting spots, actually a lot of action. People are wild in this 1K. People came to play. So yeah, here are the hands from day 1. So first bigger hand, first interesting decision in the main event. I get dealt pocket 6s. I start with a raise and I face a 3-bet from the cutoff. Almost 40 big blinds effective. Aggressive player with a Triton scarf on his neck, and yeah, he 3-bets and everyone folds to me. They have a decision to either call or go all in, and this player I expected to be heavy in 3-bet, hands like King Queen, King Jacks, even Ace Jack and Ace 10. Of course, not all the, but like Ace X suited aces, some hands like King 9 suited or like 10-8 suited, hands that have like 2 overcards against my hand. So of course also value hands like 10s plus, 9s he would probably just call. So I decided to go all in and fold out those high equity bluffs of his, and then he started to tank. So after he started to tank, I thought he probably has something like Ace Jack suited or something. Eventually he calls, and he has Ace Queen, so huge coin flip. Flop we are good, but turn is an ace and river no help. So yeah, that was a big one, and after this one I was left with 21 big blinds, but still plenty. I was down to 18.5 big blinds. I find pocket 9s in early position, start with a raise. Everyone folds to small blind. Harry Lodge, good English regular player, and he re-raises to 3.8. Small 3-bet, but yeah, it's enough to commit himself against my stack, and I'm in a very tough situation with 9s. I didn't think that he has 8s, 7s or 6s or any lower pair with this sizing and this timing and everything. But yeah, he has ace king suited, ace queen suited. I also didn't think that he probably doesn't have tens. Maybe jacks also could go a little bit bigger. So yeah, I decided to call and go with my hand all in on the right flops, on the better flops, but definitely not a thrilling spot right away. So I just call. Flop is not a bad one for my hand, so he continuation bets and I go all in as planned. He calls and he has ace king with backdoor flush draw. So turn he hits a nice one, but river we hold and double up and get back to almost starting stack. So that was first all in the tournament. Blinds got up, everyone falls to small blind, who raises to 2.1k, and I have 9-8 offsuit in the big blind. I decide to just call. Not much to say for now. He continuation bets. I have a straight draw with some potential cards to bluff as well. I just call. Turn is a very nice queen, gives us a straight, and he continues with a bigger bet, not a huge bet. Now I have a decision to make, to go all in now and stack his like 10x, maybe some queen x, but also this guy was very aggressive, quite out of line, and he could barrel here something like even 8-5 offsuit or something like that. So I decided to just call and keep his bluffs and see what river brings. River is a very nice deuce and he goes all in. I call, of course, and he actually had king queen, so he went for value. And to be fair, I might have called with jack here for sure, so not a bad play with king queen. Might look very thin, but with his image it was definitely fine. But yeah, that was a nice double up. And the last hand from day one, again blind on blind against the same guy who doubled me up when I had 9-8 off. He starts with a raise, same raise, I call. Flop is ace high, I have a middle pair. And he again continuation bets for third, I call. Turn brings second flush draw. He goes for one more barrel, quite small, on a double flush draw board. So I have a call. King of hearts is also nice to have for potential turning my hand into a bluff, or we'll see. And river is third heart, backdoor hearts comes. So, and he bets big, quite big, like 80%. And at this point, and he did it quite quickly as well, so I didn't think that he has a good ace like this. Like, he wouldn't play ace jack, ace king, ace 9 like this, and it's more polarizing. So at this point, like, he's repping 2 pair plus, and yeah, looks very suspicious, especially when I have king of hearts. I block a lot of flushes and even king jack, and yeah, I was thinking about his potential bluffs, and then I also asked him if river helped him, and he replied quite quickly that no, it didn't help me. And yeah, he was looking into my eyes, like he looked really honest when he answered me, and he was talkative like all day, so we had kind of relationship, a friendly relationship, and yeah, just looked honest. I was probably gonna end up calling this hand even without this, but after this short speech interaction on the river, like I called immediately, and yeah, he had Jack 7. He had the flush draw on the flop, and he just went hard all the way. And yeah, blind on blind, it's dangerous to bluff when the ranges are so wide, and especially when flushes are present. It's yeah, it's easier to overbluff, I think, and I just had the King of Hearts, so just a very nice hand to call in this situation. Nice pot, nice hand, and that's it for day one. Tomorrow's tournament is at 12. For today, actually gonna eat. So I came back hungry, very hungry, so ordered some room service, some salad, salmon salad with avocados. Not a big fan of salads, but need to do it sometimes. But just because we didn't have anything else, so not because you understood. So yeah, I'm gonna eat, relax a little bit, and go rest soon, and go play the 5K tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. I'm getting ready for the 5K today. Turns out it's not 2 days event, it's 1 day event, 30-minute levels. Gonna jump in probably with 100 big blinds or 85 big blinds, depends when I get there. Let's rock and roll. Also had the thought with these morning videos before tournaments might be boring because all of them are kind of the same, but these things are my routines before play, and yeah, it's helpful, and I feel the best when I do these things. And yeah, maybe consistency can be boring, I think, but it helps, and I think it's part of winning. So going out to the arena. Tournament didn't last for long. I mean, tournament is still lasting, but my participation in the tournament didn't last too long. And here is how it went. First hand in the 5K Highroller, first bigger hand. We were four-handed, so these players were not in the game. Urmavelvelt, or sorry if I pronounce the last name incorrectly, Estonian good regular player raises from the cutoff. Button re-raises, young kid from Norway or Finland, I don't remember. And I look down and find pocket aces in the small blind. I 4-bet, and Urmo goes all in. So button gets out of the way, I obviously call, and we go against pocket kings, but flop is a king. Flop comes king high, and no help on the later streets, so not the greatest start in 5K. And second hand in the 5K went like this, so everyone folded to the button min raise. And I have king 4 suited in the big blind with 17.6 thousand, also 17.6 big blinds. And yeah, it's felt like it's a nice combination to re-steal, fold out a lot of better hands, fold out a lot of equity, and I went for all in. But unfortunately he called, or opponent called. He had pocket sevens. And that was that. So the first bullet lasted for not too long. I played for 40 minutes or so, and my participation was over in bullet number 1. So yeah, first hand is obviously nothing you can do, but King 4 suited, I also like the reshove against the button for 18 blinds. I think we fold out King Jack off, King 10 off, King 9 off, and these hands he's opening 100% on the button, I think. So, and many other hands that he folds, but this time he had 7th, and that was that. Decided not to re-enter. Would get like 33 blinds to re-enter, but not a great spot. If I'm gonna re-enter, I'm gonna do it max late in 2 or 3 hours with 20 blinds. And also posting vlog number 1 in 2 hours. So maybe I'm gonna sweat that a little bit, see if anybody is watching. After sauna, after spa, and decided to re-enter the 5k and max late reg. Gonna have 20 blinds probably. About the King 4 suited hand, I thought about it a little bit more, and yeah, I still like my play. And the thing is that, for example, in the 1k main event, more often I wouldn't do it, because the players will be weaker all around and tables will be way better, so you'll have better opportunities for easier chips. And this 5k field is not as good as 1k, for example, and structure is faster, 30-minute levels, so kinda forced to take more spots, smaller edges. And yeah, in 1k I would do it if I would have a better read, like live read, that my opponent is weaker. Then of course it's different, but here I didn't have a live read, or like any information that he could be on a lighter side. But even against tight tissue range, this shove will earn some money in the long run, so I'm happy with the shove. Also, I realized that in this trip I already had aces like 5 times, but both times when I was all in with them I lost against kings, even though I played like 4.5 hours total in 2 days for now. But yeah, I had aces more times than sometimes in 1 month, so not sure if it's a good or bad thing. Probably it doesn't mean anything. Let's get more aces, let's play great, and let's take down this 5k. Andiamo. So 5k tournament is over, and that's how it went. We have bullet number 2, hijack raised, and they have 18 big blinds in the big blind, and they have a decision with jack 10 suited to just call or go all in. And yeah, it's important to realize my equity with jack 10 suited, and how to make sure that you realize your equity is to see 5 cards, and when you go all in you're always going to see the 5 cards. So I had 19 big blinds, I decided to reshove, and as you can see, even king queen has a tough spot here. So yeah, king jack he always folds, ace 10 he might even fold, ace 10 off, so we fold out a lot of better hands. And when we get called, when opponent calls, jack 10 suited he has decent equity, so I think it's a nice play. Jack 10 suited, queen 10 suited, 10 9 suited hands like these usually perform very well as reshoves from big blind. So yeah, this went through, he folded, and it was a decent start of max late reg, second bullet, second re-entry. And then some time later, blinds got up, big blind is 4,000, the graphics are wrong, I have 30,000 in this hand, so 7.5 big blinds, button Harry launch regular player raises. Now it's 19 players left, 7 in the money, and they have pocket sixes. He raised from 15 big blind stack, so not great because lower pairs he would just shove, but he has some wider steals like king 5 suited, king 4 suited he could raise, but I'm doing very well against. But yeah, I go all in with pocket sixes, and he calls with king jack, so it's a coin flip for my tournament live. And here's the flop. Window card is a jack, so not looking good. Turn is another jack, and river no help. Almost a 6, but almost doesn't count, so that was that. My second bullet is over as well. So as you can see, it is over for me. Tournament is still going. Finished 19th out of 58 or something like that. First place was 90,000, 7 in the money. Had some pre-flop spots. Post-flop, I think I didn't play a single hand post-flop. Yeah, not much to talk about. I think I played good. No more tournaments till Friday. Today is Wednesday evening, 9 o'clock right now. Tomorrow, I don't know, no plans yet. We'll figure it out. And on Friday, gonna have day 2 of the 1K. We move on to something else. Maybe I'll play some cash games tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Good morning. On my way to day 2. Not sure how many people are already there. Late reg is still open for 2 levels, but it's 1 million guaranteed, so should be a nice juicy first place. I have 70 blinds, 70k from 30k starting, plenty of space to maneuver. I had an early wake up actually. Woke up 8 in the morning, had a good night's sleep, didn't play anything yesterday. Had a day off from poker, so feeling fresh, feeling ready. I went to the gym, did my morning things, and ready to rock and roll now. Watched Steph Curry making 56 points this night, splashing around right before coming out here, so yeah, feeling great. Nice day outside. Let's make it even nicer day inside. Goal for today is play my best, be in the moment, and find a bag for day 3. Andiamo. Tournament starts in a few minutes. There are 970 players at the moment. 2 more levels for registration. Average is like 60,000. So that's the start, that's the situation. Let's fucking go. So we are on first break. We have 60,000 from 69 that we started with. Was up to 90, 98, down to 50, now 60, so it's alright. Played 2 hands, bigger hands. One went my way, another one not my way. First bigger pot of day 2 in the main event. There's a raise from middle position, one call out of 20 big blind stack, and I'm on the button with almost 60 big blinds with ace 10 off, and opener has 43 big blinds, and the guy who called is very capped and has mostly like suited Broadway hands, maybe like 7s, 8s at best from pocket pairs. So yeah, and the opener was quite loose, so I expected him to have very wide range, so I decided to squeeze, and to my surprise he calls, and flatter also calls. So pot is huge already, not a great situation. I have ace 10 off, not the best hand, not the greatest hand, but position and initiative. So let's see what the flop brings. Flop is king high with 2 diamonds, and I have 10 of diamonds, and I block backdoor flush draw with ace. So not a thrilling spot, but worth to think about continuation bet. And yeah, I don't need to go big to fold out hands like ace jack suited in the opener's range. Even ace queen suited can fold to a small bet on the flop when there's a player behind him. Pocket 8s, pocket 7s, these are the hands I'm targeting. So yeah, I go ahead and bet 7.5k, like 24%, and opener and flatter calls. I mean, opener and the guy who also flatted the squeeze, so he calls. Another guy goes out of the way. Turn is a third diamond, and he checks again, and now there's only 80% of the pot left in his stack. I have more. So yeah, after his flop call, his range is relatively strong. He usually has at least king. Jacks would go all in pre-flop, queens also, most likely. Pocket 10s, I block pocket 10s, so he can have pocket 9s, like a set of 9s. King queen suited, ace queen, ace jack of diamonds, if he didn't want to fast play it on the flop. Or a hand like queen jack suited, against which I'm ahead. So yeah, I decided to give up basically and take a free card. My flush could be good if I hit the river. So I check back, and river is 5 of diamonds, and he checks again, and now I have a decision to value bet or just to go to the showdown. And yeah, he could definitely call a river even with a naked set of 9s. King queen suited could call, but more likely to fold. But at the same time, he can still have a better flush, like ace queen of diamonds, ace jack of diamonds. But looking at it now, I think that he would more likely fast play those hands on the flop and get it in. This player, he was on a gambler side and on an active side, so it's actually not too many flushes in his hand, in his range, and I could go for value, but I ended up checking it back, and he had a set of 9s, so I win, but potentially could win a little bit more. But of course, we'll take it, and still a decent size pot. Not long after the ace 10 hand, play another one. Everyone folds to small blind, who just goes all in for 20.5 big blinds, and I look down and find pocket pair, but not the biggest one, pocket 4s, and it's quite a big shove, but pocket 4s is, I think, good enough in this situation, and I decided to flick in the call and gamble. So yeah, he had ace-9 off, flop was still ahead, turn still ahead, but he has some more equity, and the river is a Barry Greenstein. So that was a big all-in, and yeah, lose this one, but still comfortable with 52,000 after this hand. Second break, late reg is over. I have 37,000. Will be 2,000 big blind, so not the greatest 2 hours. Late reg is over. I'm gonna be around 1,200 people. 5 or 10 minutes left for it to be officially over. And yeah, good news, only 1 bullet. Bad news, not a big stack, but more than playable. We have a good table, we have some reads, so let's see, 6 more levels for today, so let's keep going. Vamos. I have a break from the tournament, a break from which I'm not gonna come back to the table. Eternal break from this tournament because I busted right after late reg was finished. And this is the hand of my bust out. Late reg is over, and yeah, low jack raises, a regular player from Finland, young guy. I find pocket kings in the hijack with 23 big blinds. I go ahead and re-raise to 10,000. He calls. Flop is 7 high, so not a bad flop, but a little bit dangerous, because he can have some pocket pairs, he can have some flush draws, he can have some yeah, just complete air, like Jack 10 suited. So yeah, he checks. I go ahead and bet 1/3 and expect him to fast play his flush draws, hands like pocket 8s, pocket 9s if he didn't 4-bet shove them pre-flop. So of course there's also a pocket 5s, pocket 6s, pocket 7s if he didn't shove those pre-flop too. So it can be behind, but I'm betting with the idea to get it in on this flop. And yeah, he goes all in, I call, and he has pocket 6s. So drawing very thinly with my pocket kings, need some help. Turn is a face card, but not a king, and the river, deuce of clubs, and that's the last hand of the tournament. So yeah, that's it. That was that. Feel some frustration. I don't know, things just not flowing at the table how I want them to flow. My state was fine, but not ideal. I wasn't in flow state, so I don't know, some frustration, and it's not about the last hand, to be honest. It's like whatever, it's just maybe I should have a little bit more fun, because recently I was, all this year, like last couple months, was more about discipline and just doing the things that help me excel. But I think I got into routine a little bit, and routine is the killer of creativity. So yeah, first thoughts why things are not flowing as I would like them to flow. So yeah, I think I just should have more fun, and it doesn't mean that I should just go drink 5 days in a row or something like that. Just, I don't know, do more things that I enjoy. Like, I don't know, even like go to the nature, like stuff like this can work just fine, or just, I don't know, figure it out. Now I can't even tell what's fun for me, so it's definitely a signal that I should have more fun. So at the tables I felt good. I had some fun, but it wasn't spectacular or anything like that. So yeah, that's that. Today is Friday. I'm gonna go home tomorrow. We'll go to the hotel now, probably buy ticket home. Didn't have one. I was thinking to do it, depends how the tournament goes, so I'm gonna go home tomorrow, play Sunday session online. So this trip of poker is over in terms of poker. No more poker, I don't think so. Maybe some cash games, but at this point doesn't look like it, so frustrated. I'm gonna go home and yeah, we'll see what's next. See you later.
Not a very easy morning. It's now almost 2 o'clock in the airport. I'm gonna go home. My voice is gone, looks like, and I don't want to speak. I don't want to do anything. I want to lay down, and I hope I will not drink anything again. Also got some of my powers back. I ate some borscht in the airport in Tallinn, and there was a choice, 2 soups. Borscht on one side, and on the other side Russian meat soup. True story. And it's like a survey without asking people in words what we think and what we support. Landed in Lithuania a few hours ago, actually like 4 hours ago probably, and yeah, I had some thoughts that I want to focus more on enjoying life, enjoying things I like to do more of that, and like usually I do that. But also, like I said, recently, like last few months, I got in some routine a little bit, and those things were like daily discipline things. I don't know, became routine, and when you have routine, creativity is killed, and it's like not as fun to do everything. And like even after yesterday, I already feel more relaxed, and I already looking forward even to tomorrow to go to gym to do my daily stuff that I was doing before as well, but now it's just different attitude, probably different perspective on that a little bit. Like I really enjoy those things, but when it becomes routine, it doesn't become as enjoyable as it could be. So need to make sure that it doesn't become a routine that you do only those things. So, and I was last few months
got into this repeated actions a little bit. So that's why it was tougher to get into flow state at the tables, at the poker tables. Somebody in the comments after first vlog asked how often do I think about quitting poker after loss, after loss, after loss. To be honest, I don't remember that I ever would think about quitting poker. I think about adding things to do alongside poker, but poker is always poker is always there, and I don't want to quit it because I haven't achieved, I'm far from having achieved what I want to achieve in this game. I love the game, I love the competition, and that's how it goes in tournaments world. You can lose many sessions in a row. At some point, when you play good, you eventually score, you hit, and but that's not the focus. Just trying to focus on the quality of my game and just understanding what is the reality, how I'm performing, and when it's not going great, I just take more time to reflect, just to be sure that I'm on the right path, that I'm putting myself in a position to succeed. Quitting is not an option, but reflection, more reflection when it's not going my way, I think always was very helpful, because I also had periods where I would play more and more when it's not going great, and it's one of the biggest mistakes when it's not going your way, to play more, not playing enough when you're doing great. Most of the time when you enter a tournament, you're not gonna cash it. It's not like when you play you need to expect to lose, but in tournament, like, you get into the money, let's say traditionally now like around 15%. So with your edge, okay, you get 20, 25%, maybe 30% at best. More often than not, over 70% of the time you're gonna lose the buy-in of the tournament. That's why you can't take too hard when you don't cash one tournament, I think, and just keep going, move on, and put myself in profitable positions, and just try again, go again. After some reflection, coming back stronger and ready to rock and roll. We'll go over the results of the short trip. 2 bullets in the 5K and 1 bullet in 1K main. Total is 11,100. Yeah, overall not a great start for the vlog in terms of poker results, but we'll try to turn it around in the next one. Next one's gonna be a longer trip, so we'll have more tournaments. That's how I like it more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.